Hello YouTubers, I'm making an ECW review. I just finished watching the show. Probably Impact or SmackDown. Well, I heard that Impact is not going to be on this Thursday, so if it was on, I'll probably make a review on it. But I will probably make a review on SmackDown and any upcoming shows. I'll try to make a promise to all YouTubers from the IWC for life. And that's just the bottom line. First thing that started off ECW was a CM Punk and Christian segment. It was pretty good. There was nothing really bad with it, and it was okay. CM Punk said things towards Christian. Christian talked back. But at the end of the segment, Christian said, you do not drink, you do not smoke, and etc. that we know about CM Punk being straight, his lifestyle. And another thing you will not accomplish is winning the ECW championship at the Royal Rumble. Big words. And the main event for tonight is CM Punk and Mark Henry. The second thing on the card that I want to talk about is the first matchup on the card. Shelton Benjamin versus Chavo Guerrero. This was a pretty good match, and it kind of put Chavo Guerrero back in the spotlight for what he really is. A wrestler, not a jobber to Hornswoggle and little kids everywhere. Like Doink the Clown or some clown. The match started off with Shelton Benjamin doing some mat wrestling on Chavo Guerrero, getting him off the ropes. Chavo Guerrero does a few moves, counters a few things. Then he goes for the three amigos, the three German suplexes in a row. The next thing that Shelton Benjamin does with his incredible strength is he reverses it and gets it to a bridge. And gets it to a 2 count. Next thing is Chavo starts to do his type of wrestling, high flying. He does a drop kick to Shelton Benjamin. Almost gets a 2 count. He sees that Shelton Benjamin has a messed up part in the right leg. So what he does is he starts beating on it, and it could be an injury, but to me it was just probably a sprain. He'll probably heal from it. But he works on the right leg. On the hamstring, actually, not the right leg, but the hamstring. Next thing that Shelton Benjamin does to counter the momentum of Chavo Guerrero is a move we rarely see, the Dragon Whip. Next move to break down the leg, Chavo does a pretty good submission hold. He does a single leg crab, but to me, I think I know why. He tries to break on the right leg, but maybe Shelton Benjamin's legs are too strong. But he does a single leg crab, starts to strain on Shelton's legs. Out of nowhere, Shelton gets up from it. They go off the rope, toe to toe. They miss each other. Frog hop by Chavo, and then Shelton Benjamin does the pater and goes for the 1, 2, 3. Next match is not much I can talk about. Zack Ryder gets a jobber match, and like Gemini said on his video about how the WWE makes merchandise and advertising out of Eddie Guerrero's tragic death, well, WWE tries to do the same thing about Tommy Dreamer retiring, even though he never officially retired from wrestling. Got your jobber match, finishes the match really quickly. Easy match, not much I can really say. Next match is a pretty good battle, and it's a qualified match. Ezekiel Jackson versus the Russian Mauler, Vladimir Kozlov. I was surprised. I thought the match would go a little longer, but considering it was at the middle of the card, I really didn't want to expect less. It was pretty good. It was a match of two powerful big guys. They started off with a sense of power, but of course Ezekiel Jackson probably has more definition. But Vladimir Kozlov is more dangerous. He knows more moves. He knows more methods to hurt somebody. Next thing is Jackson starts to take control with a massive clothesline, just that knocked Kozlov out and takes control. Ezekiel does his special and goes for the 1-2-3. Vladimir Kozlov had his highs, but I guess in the storyline, they're trying to like really just degrade Vladimir Kozlov, which to me is really bad because he deserves more than a storyline like this. Next thing on the card, the main event. CM Punk versus Mark Henry. Before the match, there was a funny segment with Tony Atlas coming to Mark Henry and saying, "Could I come with you like a manager to the ring?" And then he started doing that laugh that he does on the Abraham Washington show. I started really heckling. That was funny. And then they went to commercial break and back to the CM Punk match. CM Punk has kind of appeared on ECW a little. He's not really a regular, but almost a regular. Mark Henry comes back to the ECW ring for the first time since April of 2009, when they had the trade. CM Punk starts the match with taunting Mark Henry on how he's the world's most strongest man, and propaganda like that and such. They start off the match pretty balanced. CM Punk starts to take control. Mark Henry fights back. Mark Henry is on the ground. Not really on the ground, but like kind of like in a hornswoggle position, but down. And CM Punk does 3 straight drop kicks to him. But to CM Punk's surprise, but not to mine, Mark Henry shows his resiliency and kicks out at 2. Next thing that Mark Henry does to get momentum back he had like I think CM Punk had a like modified version of the Coquina Clutch. When Mark Henry got out of it, got momentum back, did 3 headbutts in the clothesline, and really just took it to CM Punk. Got him to the ropes, did a massive chop slot from his big hands. I mean, CM Punk looked like he was done. But then that guy Luke Gallows, who we know as Festus, comes in, does a big boot to Mark Henry's forehead, and then CM Punk does a kick-in modified version of the GTS, gets the 1-2-3 for the win. What they do to end the show is they had all the contestants for the finalists for that Battle Royal. And I think I'm going to make a prediction on this right now and not make a video based on it. And I think Vance Archer will win. Because they're trying to make him to like this, not really a monster heel, but this guy that can just pretty much kick everybody's ass and make it somewhere. So this is my ECW review for the previous episode. I'll probably try to make a review for SmackDown. And if Impact goes on surprisingly, I'll try to make a review for that. Okay, see you guys later.